we should leave the truck right here?
What?
Think we should leave the truck here?
Yeah, I don't care.
What if somebody wants to like get around us?
They can, they just did.
I guess nobody's gonna tow it up here, huh?
Ready to do some hiking in the snow?
Yes.
Greetings, comrades.
Hey guys,
Hey.
Hi.
we're the three best friends, and we are here to go hiking down to this lake. It's the start of summer, as you can tell. It's a summer day out. It's June, if you didn't know, and we're apparently going winter camping.
I already fell.
Ron's just biffed it. This is the famous Ron. I don't think you've seen her in any videos yet. And that's Nene, like the Hawaiian goose. Nene has been in a video before. So as you can see, we're just hiking on about 3 feet of snow in June to get down to the lake, but as the sign said, it's only 1 mile, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, man.
Although we didn't really pack for snowy conditions, you know us, we'll make it work. The three best friends have got this.
Yeah, man.
You wouldn't know it, but it's about 70 degrees out right now. And one wouldn't expect snow in this type of weather.
But one would be wrong. Wouldn't one?
One would be wrong. You can hear the river there that runs down into the lake. We brought our fishing stuff. We're hoping to do some trout fishing. Maybe catch ourselves some dinner so we don't have to eat our gross freeze-dried meals that we brought, but we do have those, worst case scenario.
Finally tricked Ron into coming winter camping.
Yeah, Ron refused to go winter camping, so we told her we're going summer camping.
Good thing I brought my bathing suit.
Yep. Hey, I still haven't written off jumping in the lake. I might do it if it stays sunny out.
Neither have I.
We've just come across the sound of a river that we can hear it, but we can't see it. And here it is, right in here. Pretty cool. Do you guys have any comments?
It's a pity you're not here with us. It's a pity.
Doubts fire, dear. Euphigenia doubt fire, dear. Do you guys have anything to say about this view?
Spectacular.
Majestic and reminds me of a time when I was about 7 years old and I was becoming a man, and well, nature and the universe and the air.
Fur?
This is great.
I'm gonna fall.
Well, well, well. We have found the lake, And as we might have thought, it is a frozen. Still beautiful though. I'll try not to fall in this time.
So don't get taken in if the fish decides it's tasty.
So what do all the fish do? It's probably a stupid question. When the lake is frozen.
You know, they still swim around down there.
Really?
Interestingly enough.
They don't go into like hibernation or anything because it's so
It
cold?
doesn't freeze all the way down usually, so they just hang out, and that's why people ice fish. Because you can still catch them. I'm gonna keep it about marble size. We're not trying to scare the fish, you know.
Scare them away with the big stuff.
Doesn't want to eat anything bigger than its head usually.
Unlike us.
I think the
It's good to
bubbles
be
are
here.
coming from the ice, not the fish.
10. Now, it's really important to ask yourself when you're baiting your hook, would I eat that?
I definitely would. It has glitter on it.
And if the answer is yes, toss her in. If the answer is no, keep working.
Would you eat that?
I think so.
Toss her in.
Ooh, you got glitter on your face now. Does it taste like Play-Doh?
So one thing good about this spot is that there's fresh water, unlike my last trip to Hawaii. And I use the Life Straw, which is a really good one. It holds about 650 milliliters, and it lasts, I think, for 100 liters. So that's a long time. We have fresh and very cold mountain water. But this is delicious and saved on having to pack all that water weight in it like I had to last time. And it works by you just suck, takes the pressure of sucking the water, runs it through this filter, and it filters quite a bit out of it. I don't know the exact stats, but you can even pick these up like REI, MEC. I actually just got this at Walmart. It's probably where you'll find it for the cheapest. It was I think about $30, and then once the filter is done, it no longer works, so it won't let you suck water through it anymore. And that's how you know when it's time to replace it. I'm not sure how much the replacements cost. I think they're maybe $15 or $20. Good piece of gear right here. These naysayers are setting up a tent, whereas I am going to be roughing it. Well, they're going to be sleeping in luxury tonight. Bunch of naysayers.
I think you might be joining us.
Full naysayers here. I'm going to be heading over here into my corner, setting up a tarp, and then I'm going to have a bivvy under it. It was kind of raining off and on. There's definitely some blue sky out there, but and there's this dark stuff as well. So I'm going to be setting up for the worst. It's not super flat. This is going to be my little spot here. I'm going to set a tarp up from, make kind of a ridge line. I'm thinking I might do like an Adirondack style tarp setup. but we'll see. There you have it, folks. The Kevtown Outdoors Adirondack Tarp Shelter.
I just want to let you know you're doing a hell of a job. Thanks for coming to work today.
Thanks for coming in.
It's an impressive shelter down there.
I'll have you guys know it's really chilly here, but we keep getting this like really warm wind blowing in on us, so it's a really nice blowy.
It's flat.
So this is one I haven't used yet. It's the USGI bivy bag, and I won't be using, obviously this is instead of the tent, and this is basically a substitute for a tent. Helps keep you dry, helps keep you warm, and it will be in addition to the tarp. It's just basically a bag that will go, I'll be inside of with my wool blanket. Since I didn't bring my sleeping pad, one good way for comfort as well for warmth is to cut off a bunch of these pine boughs. They're a good insulator against the cold ground, although the ground here isn't actually frozen anymore despite the snow. What you do, you set those down, get tons of those, kind of intertwine them and weave them together, and that makes for a good natural sleeping pad. And weaving it together just helps it not come apart and move around during the night as you toss and turn and stuff. There you have it. There's the finished product. The pine bough, or not, it's not pine, spruce bough mattress. And folks, that will be so comfortable. Well, the rain just picked up quite a bit. So I'm hiding inside my little shelter. Nate and Ron went into their tent. It should pass, but this is kind of these thundery rain clouds that keep going over us, so I know I'm just gonna hide in here and hope it doesn't take too long to get over us. I don't feel like being wet. Bless you. Alright, so what I've done here, I got a wet rotten log to go behind the fire so it directs it into my humble abode. And then I'm just gonna line the edges with rocks so the fire's kind of the length of my bed and it stays beside me, not traveling this direction towards the lake. I might even put another rotten log on top of there, just as, like I said, it deflects the heat this way towards me as I sleep tonight. And when you sleep like that with the fire beside you, you make it long and skinny so it covers your body instead of just having it either by your head or by your feet. So it will be from here to here basically. And then the wet log will prevent, that won't catch on fire because it's so wet and rotten. Timber! I always want to hold it for you. Donkey. So Nate and Ronnie are just over a little ways down the lake fishing. I'm going to join them in a bit. There's kind of a spot where the ice has opened up a bit. This whole lake is almost ready to not have ice on it. It's like this kind of a slush like I fell in last time, or I guess that was about a month ago or so now. Nate's built us this nice fire. That's his tent over there, that's their fire. And here's my setup over here. I have my long fire built. Well, not built, but all ready to go when I go to bed. I don't want to have that burning too much before bedtime, but I want to have it all prepared. All my wood, I got some wood piled up over here, just kind of under the shelter. It has stopped raining, so that's nice. The sun just went down behind the hill over there. I'm guessing it will be a little, maybe an hour or two before it's actually dark, but we still have some time. I'm gonna go join them and fish a little bit here in a sec. And we probably will be making dinner in like an hour or two. I don't think anyone's starving yet. I kind of shoved all my stuff under there when it got wet or started pouring. It really did come down, but only maybe for 15 minutes. It's kind of mostly clear now. We've heard some thunderstorms in the distance, but none that were ever right above us. This place is really good for dead standing wood, especially having the rain coming off and on. There is some really good dry dead standing wood in all directions, so that's good. Also, coming in, it was my bad. I led us a little bit astray, so instead of coming the trail is just mostly all downhill to the lake. I went a little bit past it and we kept going downhill, so then we had to end up coming back uphill, and a 1 mile hike in the snow turned into like a 2 mile partly uphill hike, so my bad. But anyway, this is what I built here in terms of my fire. I got 2 rotting wet logs that I pulled out of the lake there, rocks along the side. I'm gonna kind of trim this nuisance down. This thing's just been bugging me, kind of a shrub or something. So that fire should be really nice coming into my shelter. The way the wind's blowing, it looks like it's gonna be perfect for the way I've set up the shelter. Also, it's gonna be really awesome waking up in the morning to this view. Like Nate and Ron are all covered up in their tent, I'm gonna have this sick view, bro. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I've never camped in this type of Adirondack style shelter before. I've watched a lot of guys do it. They look like they pull it off pretty well. Mine did probably take a lot longer than it should have to set up. A lot of trial and error. As you see, I didn't bore you with the whole thing because it would have been a long video. But in the end, it turned out pretty decent. I have this flap folded in here. I've seen guys do that. Sometimes they have it out. I think I'm going to leave it folded in and pegged down unless it starts raining and like raining into the tarp. That's just another option. I can pull it out. Obviously then I wouldn't be able to have the fire, but worst case it starts pouring on me, I can have the fire go out and pull that flap out so I don't get soaked in the middle of the night. I will mention as well, the bivvy is supposed to be pretty waterproof, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go join them, do some fishing, and we'll probably be checking back in with you around dinner time, which isn't too far away. Hey Rons, are you ready for supper times?
Yeah.
Does that hurt your balls?
Yeah.
Thanks for cutting that wood up for us.
My pleasure.
It is almost dinner time. We didn't catch any fish, unfortunately. We were hoping we would have that for dinner. As you can see, our water has come to a boil in the famous Billy Can zebra pot. The Nate Ron duo are going to be having, tell us Ron.
Fettuccine Alfredo with white chicken. Yum.
A taste of Italy. I'm going to be having a taste of Thailand tonight. And I don't know where my thing went. Oh, here it is. A taste of Thailand over here. We're going to be heading over to Asia for me. Pad Thai, folks. It's actually, if you didn't know, it's a delicious take on one of Thailand's national dishes. So, little peanutty, pasta-y, lime juice, sriracha powdery, delicious treat.
Yum.
And I may even let Ron have a taste because she's seeming quite interested.
With the sriracha.
Yeah, Ron will have anything with sriracha. But it does say 2 servings. I'm only 1, so we'll see. There's probably going to be leftovers. I'll show you what our finished up little dinner looks like. We're about to pour it in. Pour the hot water in. Each of these take like 2 cups of water. We're gonna pour these in, wait for about 20 minutes, and then it will be supper time. Dinner is almost ready. How's that fettuccine Alfredo with chicken looking?
Well, you know, we followed the instructions and put the recommended water in for the recommended amount of time. The water was at a full boil, and I'm gonna say, so far, it's a little weak.
Mine is watery as well. And we had it in there for 20 minutes like it said.
Noodles are undercooked, flavor is subpar. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna thicken this up. not with breadcrumbs or flour, but heat.
Make a bit of a reduction.
Fire up the jet boil and see what we can do.
The JB. Good old JB. I just want to let you guys know that I'm quite impressed because this included peanuts, sriracha powder, and lime.
Crystallized
Lime juice.
Yum.
And then this is what we got going on in here. Give it a little peek inside. It's still steaming pretty good, but it's a little, actually it started to thicken up in the last little bit. So I'm just gonna try to maybe seal that up for maybe 5 more minutes. See how she turns out. Nene is gonna do some JB over there. We'll see how his turns out, although he dumped all of his liquid out, so the flavors are now running down for the bears to come get us. Although the bears are still hibernating, so whatever. We should be good.
Still got some flavor sauce in there.
Winter camping, June 2019.
Looks pretty delightful.
Slurp that right in there. That does not look like fettuccine alfredo. That looks like ramen. Well, I hope you silly people didn't think I was gonna skip beer time. I have brought to you today the specialist of beers. This, my friends and family, is called the Powderhouse Double Deadfall Imperial Ale. Powderhouse is one I've had before on here. Actually, it was one I had with Nate when we went winter camping. It was the Scotch Ale. They do a really good Scotch Ale. I've never actually tried their Double Imperial, but what I can tell you about it, this is the big brother of our Deadfall Ale, clocking in at 10.5% alcohol and 74 IBUs. Might be a bit hoppy, bit bitter. Double Deadfall packs a ton of rich malt and bold hop flavor. Twice the malt and dry hopped with delicious locally harvested Centennial hops. Well, I told you it was going to be a real treat. A real taste treat. And we're not joking around here. We got 10% up for steaks. Ron and Nate are gonna start getting annoyed with me pretty soon here. Oh, it smells good. It's kind of like a red ale, I believe. Cheers, guys. It is bold. It's bold, it's a little bitter, I wouldn't expect it to be quite 74. It's smooth. You can taste the maltiness of it. It does taste just like a stronger version of a red ale to me. It's good, I'd get it again. Kind of sweet too. A little chocolatey. L'chaim. So that beer is delicious. I'm not quite... Oh, that beer is delicious. I'm not quite done with it yet. But I came over, started my fire for tonight. This is my little setup here. This is what I got going. I think this is going to be nice and warm for me. The heat, the smoke isn't going inside of there, which is important. You don't want to smoke yourself out, which means the wind is kind of blowing over that way. As you can see, like I said, I built a nice long one. I don't want it to get much bigger than that, to be honest. I don't want it to be too close to burning my tarp or anything, or burning me. But yeah, I think it will be good. I'm sure I'll have to get up in the middle of the night once or twice, but I probably will anyway to pee after drinking that big beer. So I've only had a few sips of it, but I wanted to come over and get that fire going for when it was time to go to bed. Of course, we will also have some sleepy time tea. Nate and Ron are already wanting to get their sleepy time teas going, so it is getting close to that bedtime. Well, boys and girls, I'm all settled into my bivvy. It's actually really warm in here. It's surprisingly super warm. I hate to say this, but I'm almost too warm. And if I didn't mention it, what I have is a bivvy cover, which is this, and then I've gotten a wool blanket inside. I have no sleeping bag. I've never done a camping trip, never mind a camping trip in 3 feet of snow without a sleeping bag. But I built this really beautiful, really long fire that is going the length of my body, and it's actually like I built that fire deflector behind it, and it's actually really deflecting the heat into my Adirondack tarp, and it's really warm in here. It's really nice. I'm just finishing up my sleepy time tea, and I will probably be going to bed soon. It's just past midnight actually. We're in June and the sun's going down really late. It was past 9 o'clock when it got dark out, and we didn't even eat dinner until probably 9:30 or 10. So I had my beer. Nate and Ron are in bed, maybe sleeping. Who knows? I'm all tucked in. I'm wearing a base layer of merino wool, long johns, and then a top, merino wool top. I have my wool shirt on, my REI down jacket, and my wool socks, with the wool blanket in the bivvy. I have the tarp over top in case it rains tonight, although it was looking really clear. You can see stars. The smoke of the fire, once in a while the winds will shift and it will blow into here and kind of get my eyes, but when you're actually laying on the ground you don't get much of it. The spruce boughs are very comfortable. To me it feels just as good as being on a sleeping pad. This fire, I haven't tended to it in probably over an hour, and it's still going strong, so I'm guessing I'll probably have to wake up at some point in the middle of the night and throw a few more logs on the fire. Maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. But it's looking pretty good. It's seeming like it's not going to be going out anytime soon. So I think I will head to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a whole other day. We might be staying 2 nights, or just tonight. We haven't decided yet, but we're gonna probably do some fishing tomorrow. If we don't catch anything, we might move on and try somewhere else, but for sure this one night, and then we'll figure it out tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get a good night's sleep, and we'll talk to you in the morning. Toodaloo. Hello, good morning from Kevin and Nate. Aloha. Just wanted to let you guys know we woke up around 8:30. We're up, fire's going. We did lose Ron. She's taking a personal day. She's in the tent over there. We may eventually see her though. Might just go ahead and make up some tea. I had my Cliff Bar for breakfast. Nate had his sunflower seeds and almonds for breakfast. We chopped up some wood, got the fire going. I slept okay. It took me a while to fall asleep last night. I got up around 4 to stoke the fire and then went back to sleep, and the fire pretty much went out when I woke up around 8. So that wasn't too bad. It was a decent setup. It did get a little windy throughout the night, but no rain, thankfully. It's a beautiful day today. Barely any clouds in the sky. We might go try some fishing in a little bit here.
Trying your trick. Hot rocks.
Oh, good. Friends and family and all others. My good friend Nate got his shoes wet yesterday. And the trick is, if you want to dry them out quicker, just grab a couple rocks from the fire, stick them in the shoes, and that will dry them out way quicker than just setting the shoes by the fire. Well, here's an idea of how deep the snow really is here. And remember, it's June. But that snow, if I were to get down in there, goes up to my chest. That's a good 3 to 4 feet of snow. One of the other good things about this spot that I really like, actually, is that there's a lot of dead standing wood for firewood. Even some hardwood as well. So we don't really have to wander too far to get some good firewood around here. I also wanted to give a shout out to Mike at MCQ Bushcraft, rocking your shirt. Mike's a great guy. I've watched so many of his videos, and he's basically the guy that I've learned the most from about bushcraft. He's just full of knowledge. If you want to pick up some more bushcraft skills, go watch his videos. He is currently, he's from the UK, but he's currently living over in Sweden. Living a sweet bushcraft life there, going out and doing a lot of this kind of stuff. They have some beautiful area over there, but speaking of beautiful area, just kind of got top of the hill there. Look at that. I'm just heading over to chop down a small dead standing hardwood tree. You can see it over there for some more firewood. Ron did get up, but she went back to bed. So me and Nate are just running the show for the moment. Happy day, Ron.
Hi.
Happy day, Nate.
Oh, happy day.
We had our breakfast. I had some tea. We actually, over there, heard some voices earlier. We looked up and there were 2 people skiing down the mountain that must have hiked up there. It was pretty cool. We've hiked about halfway around the lake, and we did end up talking to them for a minute. And they had a dog. They're continuing on doing some skiing. We came over here where there's a bit of open water, not much, but we're gonna try our luck at fishing, but we're not overly hopeful. It's not looking so good, but we thought we'd try one more time. Well, we're just packing up. We decided not to stay the second night. We went fishing and didn't really get anything again. So we're gonna head out to the car, hike out in a little bit, and go hunt for another lake or river or something where we might have some better luck catching another fish. And we might camp as well again for a second night, just in a different place. So we're just getting everything all bagged up. Reginald over there. Got me over here. My fire's still smoking. It's probably like, I'm guessing maybe 3 o'clock. It's the afternoon sometime. So we're just gonna pack up and always remember, leave no trace. I'm gonna bring out all our garbage that we didn't burn, the beer bottle, that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna kind of spread out the rocks again and everything, kind of try to put them back to where they were. Make it look as natural as possible. There you have it, good folks. That was camp. It's all as back to normal as possible. All packed up. There's my bag, my pack. And that is my Hidden Woodsman Day Ruck 25 liter. It was one of my very favorites. I love it. Really good for just doing 1 or 2 nighters. Just looking for a final camp word from Nate now.
Yeah. Well, I just hope that taking you along on this experience has made your soul sparkle as it has mine. Good day.
Thank you for those kind and compassionate words of wisdom. Well, we are now going to be heading up to the top of the mountain now and going and finding some fishing. So we'll check in when we find a good fishing spot that might actually have some actual fish in it. Hang loose, man.
He who hesitates meditates. 6 feet under. Boink.
Well, we made it humbly back to the car. I didn't get our group lost this time on the way up, but it was definitely a pretty tough hike for that 1 mile. It was straight uphill in the snow the whole way. Got that heart pumping. We're heading off now to find ye old faithful fishing hole, and of course we'll bring you along. Ron, any last comments on that hike, guys? Going
Good
up?
one.
How was it?
Glad we made it.
Was there any negativity at all?
It's a bit slippery.
Was there only positives?
Yeah.
Good. I like that.
I don't have anything else to say.
If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Alright, see you guys at the fishing hole. Hey, you're doing a hell of a job.
Hey, thanks, you too.
Just want to let you all y'all know that this guy just caught a nice big rainbow trout. Hey, we're at the North Fork of the Payette River, fishing off a bridge. And if you notice, there's no snow anymore. It's a beautiful day. It's probably 80 degrees if I were to guess. And we're just gonna spend the rest of the day fishing.
Babe, you're good.
You're good?
Yeah.
You keeping? Sweet.
There's no steelhead in here.
Awesome. They are the same species, but steelhead is a rainbow trout that went to the ocean and came back. Oh, okay.
There's no way steelhead can make it up to this point with the dams.
Oh.
That's
Good job.
Right on.
right on.
Right on.
No, you don't want to be caught with a steelhead on this $200 fine just
Ooh.
for this fish itself.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
what I was thinking.
Hey y'all. Got a nice big rainbow. This is a sweet spot. Nate's got 2 huge ones, Ron's got one. I got a little whitefish and now this big guy. And it's sweet. And I'm stoked.
What a day.
This was a sweet ending to our camping trip. We came down here to fish and we've been just getting so many.
Right on.
It's been a great day.
Giving her a give.
Yeah, we are giving her a sweet give, a strong give. Well, we are closing up shop. We reeled our lines in. We had a very successful end of the camping trip fishing expedition. We each caught 2 apiece. We're gonna head home now and then go gut the fish and maybe fry them up, maybe do that tomorrow. But we got to do some sweet camping at a mountain lake. We got a fun winter camping trip when we were expecting a summer camping trip, and we had a really good fishing trip to end it. Do we have any last remarks from Nate and Ron?
Jabelo.
Yay, fish!
Thanks guys for watching. I'm glad you joined us. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and please leave me your comments. I really like to hear from you guys. We will see you on our next adventure. Toodaloo.